Please subscribe the channel for more videos. We promise to keep you entertained. In the previous episode, Snow told Marbas to take care of his sister Wisteria, and he left from there. At night, when darkness prevails, then we see a girl. The girl is terrified and running as if someone is chasing her. At the same time, she stops at the shore of the river. The water is still, but suddenly starts moving as if someone wants to come outside. Her eyes are going to burst out while seeing the colossal monster. He is looking at her and she starts screaming. In the following morning, Marbas and Wisteria reach Warrington. They have come here by train and Wisteria can locate this place through sniffing. She thinks this place is lovely and happy to come here. Apart from this is the same place where the girl's murder occurred. But they do not know about it. Marbas is looking at the progress of the city that is all because of industrialization. Wisteria thinks that it will be fantastic to live here, but Marbas is going to make her feel more pleasant things. At the same time, we notice that girl is chasing them, but a little demon named Maury is also with her. When she tells the demon about them, he is ready to do this alone as its contractor. Scene changes when Marbas catches him with his hair and asks the reason for stealing. The little demon doesn't know that Marbas is an immortal demon because he's in human form. So he wants to trap him, but Marbas has caught him and is in no mood to leave him. When Wisteria inquires about what is going on, then he reveals that this little demon will steal things from her. Wisteria asks him to leave the demon, but Marbas wants to know the person behind him. Further, he has tried to torment Wisteria, so he wants to teach the lesson to the owner of this demon. Marbas also ties his hair around his neck. Meanwhile, Harriet arrives, who was the contractor of Maury. Marbas thinks his master should be a man, and he is surprised to see a girl. When he tightens his hair again, Harriet shouts to leave Maury, but he has made up a plan on how to deal with them. Also, Wisteria inquires if they can see the things around here. Marbas gives her a positive response. It means she has made a pact with Maury by giving him other things. Marbas puts a condition in front of her. If she wants to save Maury, she must make Wisteria eat. She has gone through a tiresome voyage. That's why she needs food to accumulate her energy and they need to pay the bill. Also, he shares that Wisteria consumes a lot. Wisteria has gotten embarrassed by listening to it. She also tells him that he doesn't need to discuss this portion. Now Marbas threatens them if they don't do according to his words. He is planning to take out all Maury's organs. By listening to it, Maury and Harriet are terrified and agree to do anything, because they don't have any other option except this. Scene changes when they are all in the restaurant. Harriet orders 5 sandwiches, but the man cutting the meat ignores him as if he doesn't hear. Harriet returns the wallet to Marbas and asks him to order. She reveals that everyone knows about her stealing business, so they are not talking to her and ignoring her as if they are great. Marbas also understands her situation and takes the purse from her. Also, she takes Wisteria aside and starts communicating with her. Wisteria is also happy talking with her. Meanwhile, Marbas is still watching the girl continuously. He is trying to judge the girl for who she is. But he has jumped to the conclusion and understood. In addition, Maury arrives and asks him to keep a secret. Marbas also wants to refrain from indulging in other matters. So he has decided to keep his mouth shut and Maury happily goes from here. Marbas is still watching Harriet, who is talking with Wisteria. They are in the hotel at night and Marbas tells her they need to go from here tomorrow. Wisteria is surprised because they recently reached here. Now, Marbas is asking her to leave tomorrow. He explains that this city is different from her standard. Further, he wants to avoid trouble here, so they need to move from here. Wisteria, who is glad to meet with Harriet, is depressed because she needs to go from here. She becomes pleased when Marbas discloses that they are going to his friend's place. She also teases him that his friend exists in this world. So Wisteria is curious and wants to meet the person as soon as possible. At the same time, we look at Maury, who has heard that they are moving. Maury's eyes start shining and he plans to let them move from here. The following morning, Marvis is reading the newspaper that reveals the incident of murder near the river. In the meantime, Wisteria has also arrived and Marvis is about to stand to move. At the same time, he feels that his back has freezed, even though he cannot move. And that is all happening because he's turning into a human after a long time. Wisteria is so much concerned about him and wants to do something. She tells him that we should move tomorrow. In this condition, they can't go. Wisteria's stomach also demands food, but she tries to ignore it. She says that she will not die if she will not eat today. As they are talking, then Maury and Harriet arrive. They came here with them, but Marvis is not lenient with them. Harriet also reveals that she is coming here because Maury is provoking her to come here. Also, Marvis says that they are about to leave, so they don't need to converse with them. Meanwhile, Wisteria's stomach calls for food, and Harriet starts laughing. She asks them to buy food, knowing they don't have money. However, Maury also discloses that Marvis is also looking exhausted, so he has made up his mind to become their host. Marvis also can't present his objection because Wisteria is hungry and he needs to care for her. Scene changes when they take Wisteria outside the building. Maury motivates her to walk but needs clarification. Because Marvis is away, he has been tired enough to death, so he wants to rest. Also, Maury motivates her to speak because people don't care about them. Further, they are unable to see the demon, so Wisteria excludes the relation between breath and moves. She is feeling good while spending time with them. Wisteria has also made up her mind to reveal what things she is facing. Aside from this, she is going outside first time without Marvis after the pact with her eyes. Scene changes to the past where Marvis is threatening them. If something happened to Wisteria, then he would kill them. They are also terrified by listening to it and call him a monster. In addition, he binds his red hair with her finger. If something happens to her, he will learn about it. Scene jumps to the present where they take her to multiple places. She takes her to the museum and park, where she enjoys the flower fragrance. Harriet also brings food for her and Wisteria enjoys their company. After that, they take her to the river, where the murders have occurred. But she needs to be made aware of it and Harriet apologizes for taking her here. But Maury wants to take her to the river. If you are enjoying this video, hit the like button and show some love. Wisteria shows that it's normal, but she knows Marvis will be angry. They start talking and Harriet reveals her happiness by talking with her. Also, Wisteria inquires about how she has made a pact with Maury. She reveals that she is used to stealing things after her parents' death. She is doing the pickpocket job to live life, because without money, no one can survive. One day, when she robbed someone's money, the owner knew about the robbery. He locates her and beats her bitterly. At the same time, Maury arrives and they make a pact. She has decided to give her soul when she dies and he will help her steal things. Now Maury always helps her to rob things and she likes him. If Maury will not help her at this critical time, she is sure she will die. Wisteria thinks about how much their story is similar. She has also led a miserable life. After that, Marvis arrives in her life and saves her from all the trouble. However, she comes out of her thoughts when Harriet tells Maury to return. She knows that if they don't take her back, Marvis will kill them, but Maury has taken her with evil planning. So he asks her to leave Wisteria here and Marvis will take her with him. Harriet is unable to understand what he is saying to her. She is not ready to leave Wisteria behind. Also, he tries to make her understand that someone is locating her, so they need to go from here as soon as possible. Meanwhile, the water starts moving and the monster appears. Monster is happy because he has found the girl he is searching for, but Harriet is unable to understand what is going on. At the same time, Marvis also understood that Wisteria is in trouble. The hair that Marvis bonds starts shining, so he wakes up from the couch and runs to help her. The monster is also about to catch Harriet, but a bullet refrains the monster from approaching her. so Monster is unable to accomplish his task. Also, two strange personalities who are knights from the Sword Cross Knight introduce themselves. They have also known that this monster is the root of murders in the city. Both are confident that they will knock the beast down. Wisteria repeats the statement and has understood that they belong to her brother. Meanwhile, Demon punches at the ground and Take Nami dodges it. The punch has created a massive hole in the ground. Also, the girl shoots the monster in his chest and is wounded, but powerful enough to fight with them again. Now, Take Nami has decided to take out his sword. Sword Cross Knight takes out the sword when the need arises, so he thinks that it's the right time to take out the sword. He jumps, takes the sword, and strikes the monster with it. In a fantastic scene, Mori can see that the monster's head has been cut off. He has beaten the monster without any struggle, so she asks Wisteria if they should go from here. When they are about to leave, then Take Nami asks them to stop. He has recognized that Wisteria is blind. Also, he can sense a strong power in her. He can locate this power through his device. Take Nami inquires about the reason why she can be so much powerful. He also thinks she is a demon and is about to take out his sword. At the same time, a strong wind surrounds them and breaks his sword. He is also worried about seeing that how powerful the demon is. In addition, Marbas apologizes to her for coming late. Take Nami has also understood that he is red-haired monster and most potent. The girl with him restrains him from messing with him because his power is unbeatable. However, he is not listening to her. He is going to attack Marbas, but Marbas shakes the earth. Miss Kate has gone to the ground and is severely injured. In addition, Take Nami has understood that he is far beyond his thinking, but he has a strong belief in his sword. Now Marbas tells him to go from here because he is not powerful enough to beat him. Take Nami doesn't lose heart and attacks with his sword, but Marbas catches the sword with his hair. He becomes astonished and steps back. Marbas thinks about the kind of sword that can cut his hair. Take Nami clears his doubt and reveals that this sword is Japanese katana. This sword is the sharpest in the world. Because of this, he gets angry, and his next prey will be Miss Kate. Take Nami is still mad and attacks him several times. Marbas is trying to dodge these attacks with his hair, but his hair is still cutting in this effort. At the same time, he turns the sword into two pieces because it was weak from the side. When Marbas is going to attack him, Miss Kate appears and shoots at Harriet, but Maury comes in front of her and saves her. Then Kate says, "Let them go, otherwise her next prey will be a girl." So Marbas becomes calm and let them go. But Harriet is weeping bitterly for Maury. When they flee from here, Marbas wants to take their life because they have intentionally tried to harm Wisteria. Wisteria prohibits him from doing this. Meanwhile, Marbas reveals that she's a ghost and everyone is shocked to listen to it. Even Harriet also doesn't know that she is a ghost and dead. Also, Maury reveals that he's trying to save the life of a ghost. He knows that Harriet is a ghost, but he still protects her. Maury discloses the story of the girl who dies in the river, but she hopes that everyone will die along with her. The demon is also in the river and listens to her desire, and they make a pact in exchange for her life. So he's killing everyone to fulfill the girl's wish. One day, this monster also kills Harriet, and Maury cannot do anything. Also, Harriet has understood why her wallet is always filled with money. Further, people always ignore her because she is a ghost. She doesn't bother about it, but now she has understood everything. So, she thanks Maury, who is always there to protect her, but Maury blames him for not protecting her, and she has to lose her life. On the contrary, Maury is happy because she has spent the most valuable time with Maury. Now she has decided to do something for him. She tells him to consume her soul because he is not ready to do it, because if he does, he will not be able to see her again. In addition, she will disappear from the world. But she convinces him that she will be the part of his body, and Harriet happily wants to do it. Harriet also reveals that when she is in a critical situation, God doesn't appear to help her. In reality, it is Maury who has helped her a lot and also has given her the true meaning of life. So she wants to do something for him by giving her soul to him. She says that they will be all together when they will apart. Harriet also hugs him, and Maury reveals that he thinks that he has tricked her. He is a weak demon and no one wants to make a pact with him. After spending time with her, he feels that it's a pleasant moment that he is spending with her. Maury is continuously weeping and sharing deep thoughts in his heart. Harriet also says that her feeling is also not different from his. At the same time, she starts disappearing from this place. When she disappears, he takes her hat with him and returns. Wisteria starts weeping because she thinks that their situation is also the same. But Marbas clears her doubt that Harriet has made a pact with a weak demon. On the contrary, she has interacted with the strongest demon who can protect her. Even no one is daring enough to cast an evil eye on her. He also feels pity for Harriet, who has gone but taught him a lot. He thinks that humans are fragile, but they create a connection with the demon. Some connection he is feeling for Wisteria and also enjoying her company. Marbas tells her that Harriet was smiling at the last moment, which is shocking, and the episode ends here. Please subscribe the channel for more videos and let us know in the comments about your favorite part of the video. Thank you for watching.